Okay, so I've actually rough cut the pieces of wood here. This is the core on the top, right here. That's one side, the other side's over here on the right. This is the way it fits on. This piece was cut off of this side, so it'll actually be canted up. And that way, it's going to give strength through the stock because the grain has to run straight through the stock. And it's designed or cut in a way that it will do that when the other pieces are glued up to it. For polyurethane glue, this kind, it's getting me to spray it down about a minute before I apply the glue. And I'm going to apply the glue, smooth it out with this, and glue them up. And to prevent any grain raising that's going to stop it from clamping level, I actually pre-raised the grain and sanded it flat again. And the glue itself, the polyurethane glue, requires water to set it. So if you don't get enough water on there, it will not set. I actually have experience doing this glue type before with my countertop. That's that. Just to spread it out some. Not particularly don't care about the spillage because I have this garbage bag here opened up to catch any spillage. I'm going to wrap it up in the garbage bag before I put it in to the press. You can see to my left. And it's just a simple matter of cranking the handle. That squishes the boards together and gives it the pressure required. This is actually a foaming type glue. It's actually a reduced foam. It's actually Elmer's Ultimate. Goes on fairly smooth. I'm only applying the glue to just one side. The water was, of course, applied to both sides. And it is also categorized as a void filling glue. So if there's a void in the wood, knot, something like that, it will fill the hole. Just trying to get an even coat. Now for the epoxy, that required basically doing this on both sides, which is why I'm thinking it's probably not going to be the best option. That and the cost of the epoxy that I used. It's a decent sized container, but it cost me about $100. This is about an $8 bottle of glue. So even if it gives a comparable finish, it's still not going to be as cost effective. Just a bit more glue, just want a bit more there. They both have similar work times, about 20 minutes for the epoxy that I was using, or this polyurethane glue. Not that it's not necessarily going to give me the strength, but I think I might actually try something in the future with the epoxy to see if there's any other options that I have that would maybe give me some unique stock possibilities. But for now, for just regular production, I'm thinking it's probably not going to be very practical. Okay, that should be enough. When it foams up any of the gaps in there, as long as there's an even coat of glue on everything, every bit of it will be contacted with the glue because it foams up much like expanding foam. Okay, that's enough, I think. too particularly worried about the how it lined up right now. It will move until I get it on. Again, the water is just a catalyst to start the reaction. It'll start foaming, and I'll get foam coming out of all the seams, which is why I have the plastic bag down. That's also why this stuff only lasts about a year once you go for the package, simply because moisture gets into it from the air, and that starts the reaction in the bottle. But even if I'm using a full bottle on every single stock blank, it's not going to be too expensive. A good bit of the bottle was already removed to do my countertop. And I'm also not very worried about the run over the sides. Whatever gets on the sides is going to be fine, because I'm going to be, this will be rough formed, and anything on the excess or on the edges will be cut off. The pieces don't fit exactly. They're basically only rough fit. I have birds in the next room. Fumes are not the best for them. Thankfully they're being quiet right now. But I actually have the windows open throughout the house, with the exception of this window right by me. And it's blowing through quite a bit. With this glue, the excess will be squeezed out and or foam out, so I'm not really worried about having too much glue. Okay. And honestly, this piece. Okay, that's done. You can see I have a bottom piece of plywood and a top piece of plywood between the press and the piece of work. And I also have blocks on the sides hold it up while I work on it. Okay. Now it's just a simple matter of slipping this piece in here. Note to self, I need a flashlight. Let's check here and make sure nothing slid too much. Okay. That should be good there. And our matter piece go. That should be good. I don't know if you can see that, but right in here, there's that line, and that's where the glue itself is foaming up and being pushed into the seam. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like.